Hi, Maya. Maya Rostowska. They say that they are interested in what I would say to you. I believe you are directly involved in the crime, in the murder committed against me. But should the case be different and you only seem to be a key figure in the crime, which is possible in a way, there are a few things we need to address. First of all, you have been connected to me. You were directly connected to me during the Pope Francis' visit to Krakow. So you are pretty tall and you have quite a posture. I don't know why. Then Radek Sikorski. I'm not really interested in your romance. I mean, it's none of my business. But cronyism is my business. Now, in 2001, I got in direct contact with International Translation Unit. These are Scientology headquarters in LA. And I wrote up a program up to OT8. So this is the level. In 2003, I had a confrontation with the head either of the first division or the Department of Routing and Personnel. Anyway, the hierarchy is Executive Director, then we have Communications Executive Secretary and Organization Executive Secretary. Under Communications Executive Secretary we have Division 1 Communications Division, Communications Secretary, then we have Department of Routing and Personnel. So this is the level of direct confrontation. No, Maya, the confrontation was public and I was the beginner. I was after my EPF, a few weeks in the Sea Org, so hierarchically it's very low. But I confronted the whole organization, the Sea Org. The Sea Org which can be present everywhere, anytime. So this is the level I had in 2003. I'm not sure if you were aware of this. From 2003 to 2008, I was working as an English teacher. In 2008, I gave it up as a bad job after my conflict with Arthur Arnold, the director of promotion of the Wawel Royal Castle. Around 2006, I thought for the first time of working in diplomacy. However, around 2009, I started having problems with Opus Dei, which I misread, I believe, because I think that it was a communication to warn me, but I did not realize I could be in a danger of the caliber. So I thought that they were trying to make a virgin figure out of me, and I wanted to have my own family, which made them seem to be a direct danger to my life, actually. So I resigned from diplomacy because I saw on TV that diplomacy was pretty much Opus Dei. So this is the situation in 2009. Now, as far as our relation is concerned, you could be my opponent in the presidential election. Now, obviously we both are hitting the glass ceiling. So the conflict between us can be a conflict created by men who cannot confront the feminine power. I don't know how feminine you are. I am very feminine, even though I can act as an officer, thanks to my Sea Org training. Program. As far as Poland is concerned, I was interested in education, juvenile delinquency, poverty, handling poverty, handling discrimination, especially on religious grounds. Here, Jehovah's Witnesses first and foremost, and human rights. Foreign affairs, Muslim terrorism, Tibet. Obviously, I'm for the traditional Tibet. Palestine, so free Tibet, free Palestine. And then after the Smolensk catastrophe, when the whole mystic dimension opened, Russia. The key concept in my politics was world peace through looking for the common in traditional religions. Alliances. Natural alliances for me were the United Kingdom, the United States of America, the Church of Scientology after handling, and France to be discovered. Now Maya, talking about family ties and heritage. My situation is pretty complex because in the wake of the World War I and World War II, my family got in a very difficult situation. I don't know where your family was then. Still, my dad was born in Rostowskiego around 1914. So it did not last too long before there was the massacre there. My dad must have false documentation, and perhaps that's why he survived. Anyway, there's a trace in his baptism certificate, and there's the name of the Andrea. How come? Obviously my dad was not a slave because there was no slavery in his beingness. I mean in his identity at all, and he was bringing me up as a princess, which is quite rare. I can compare it to other people's ways. So I believe there is a connection to the Andrea family. And as far as my grandma goes, she lost her mother when they were taken to a camp or prison, I don't know exactly. She was 16. She was left alone at the age of 16, probably as one of the targets of the politics these days, or those days. She left a trace to the Habsburg family. Maya. I had no idea what was going on for all these years, starting in 2009 when I took the job with the Veronese Gallery outlet, the Bimart company, employed by Marek Biczak, where I was to sell those figures. Let us put aside the question of the mass, of the feeling. What is exactly that? I'm not sure if Zbigniew Wasserman did not know something about it, which can be a trace to a huge crime. So things were developing throughout these years, with me trying to find the answer to what was going on. And in 2014 I got busy with the creation of the Etnopolitanian Academy, which is a comprehensive program at the academic level. The immediate impulse was my friends, or my mates, my university mates, publication. She's a translator, she's a linguist, and when I looked at the publication, I thought, oh my God, what have I been doing with my time? So that was the immediate impulse for the creation. When I was attacked in 2016, the academy had proper conceptual grounding, so to say, fundamentals. I'm not sure if grounding is the right word. Maya. There's a very slight possibility that you have not been directly involved in the crime. My personal estimation of the situation is that the person acting in the mass media and perhaps even politics is not you. That it's your doubt. However, I believe that you are behind the doubt. I think I saw your CV some time ago. There were 3 foreign languages listed. If I recall correctly, it was English, French, and Russian. I have suspicions concerning your dad's activity and yours as well. I believe, in political terms, we might be not only opponents, but also enemies. But then, the point I want to make clear is that your ways do reveal, and you can have hatred, contempt, hostility, war. It's quite important what you do as part of it, how you understand it, what actions you take, and what distraction, with what consequences you effect. In other words, the only saving factor for you today would be your having had absolutely nothing to do with that phone.